What is going on, guys? Mobile Care News here, and T-Mobile says here in this article that their promise for expansion has been working out tremendously. Now we scroll here. I basically copied this picture here. It says here T-Mobile has covered 1.6 million customers, or AKA they keep saying 300 million customers, and AT&T has covered 0.7 million, and Verizon 0.4 million at 300 million pops. And this is what they're comparing their 5G plus, ultra wideband, and ultra capacity. Now, if we scroll down to the next picture, this is another clear map or what they say they're doing. T-Mobile says they're focusing on their 60 to 80 megahertz of speed on top of their three-layer 5G cake with using ultra capacity, mid band, and low band, and Sprint's 2.5 net spectrum. And if you scroll down all the way here, I'm reading towards the article here. It says that T-Mobile is planning to transform or convert more Sprint site towers into T-Mobile towers. That's basically their plan by next year, by 2022. They're saying that T-Mobile plans to decommission a lot of towers of Sprint and turn them into LTE and 4G LTE towers. Now, I'm usually the one. Oh, let me get out of here real quick. Not now. I'm usually the one to not really to talk, bad on a lot of companies. I'll even do the same with AT&T and sometimes Sprint. No, no, sorry, not Sprint. Sprint's gone. Sometimes AT&T and Verizon. It just depends. Like if I had Verizon right now and I was testing a speed test and the coverage was pretty bad, I would talk about it and call out Verizon. Hopefully they fix it. But this news, it is slightly true. It is not a lie. Well, at least I'm not hoping it's a lie. They did say they did cover 300 million customers. However, the thing is, we have to see if this is actually true. I'm not saying this is right or wrong. This is just like specs. Like, is this actually true? I want to see the facts. I don't want T-Mobile just be out there and say, "Oh, we did this we did this, we did that. We got 300 million people covered," without proving the facts. Did you really get 300 million people covered like you promised this year? I believe it was going to be in December, but I guess they did it in June of 2021 for the race to 5G. And that's great and all, T-Mobile. I like that you got 300 million people covered, but do you actually have them covered? Like, do you actually have your like the spots? Uh, are they good? Are they basically doing all right? Like in my area, it's it's decent. In my area, I don't have a lot of 5G, but I have more LTE, so that's good for downloading and uploading. However, in my area, I still have spotty areas with like no data points, like no data at all. Basically, either this area has not been tested with speeds, or there's not a tower nearby there. I'm not really sure. I'm probably gonna walk over there tomorrow on those unmarked areas and do a speed test. I believe I'm next to a park, so I'll do a speed test there and see how that's doing with that unmarked area. But T-Mobile is saying down in this article. We're scrolling down here. I was reading through the whole article here, and scroll down here. Where was I reading that? It was down here somewhere. It was. I mean, she's scrolling right here. Okay, so basically, what sorry, no, T-Mobile is saying they'll have a huge boost by 2022. Actually, no, it's not here. It's going to be here. It is. So basically, what T-Mobile is describing here, that Verizon and AT&T are well behind. They're basically saying, even when they get C-band deployed, um, they're not going to have an issue with it. They're still going to have the best speeds. Um, I can't tell if T-Mobile is is going too deep in their marketing or if they're actually going to fulfill. Because, I mean, like, they're only investing $9 billion by the end of this year, or by 2022, next year, they're going to be investing $12 billion. Like, $12 billion. That's only like three billion more dollars added on. Like and Verizon is spending over $50 billion. I don't know how much exactly, but that's what I hear. And AT&T is investing $25 billion, while you're literally at $12 billion. And the area my service has actually for 20 what 20 I think it's we're in the 25th today. For 25 days since June, my service has been like decent. It's it's been okay. Like for the first time I went on T-Mobile was December 2020, and for the past 5 months, I didn't want to include this month. 5 months speeds have been great. I've been getting 1 to 180 megabytes per second, almost 200 megabytes per second speed. With I'm not sure if I was next to a server or a tower. I'm not really sure. Is 14 miles really considered a server or a tower? I want you guys to tell me in the comments. Is that a tower or is that a server? Because it says I was 14 miles away, but then when I went to the beach, it was the same tower or server, whatever it was, and it says I was, I believe, 5 miles away. So I think that's a tower. I'm not sure if that was a server. Tell me in the comments, guys. I want to know. But I was doing speed test on it, and I was getting when I went down to the beach and did the speed test, I was getting 220, I believe that was 220 megabytes per second download speed, or 200 around there, and I was shocked. And it was a it went, and in the beach it was one specific area. If I moved a little bit slightly to the left or right, I wasn't getting 200 megabytes per second download speed. So it's that one area that has insane speed, but it was just that one area. So I'm pretty sure, I think it was a tower. It could be a server. I'm not really sure. But for some reason, that tower or server, whatever it is, after talking to the T-Mobile experts and getting my SIM card changed, I honestly don't think the SIM card affected my the tower. It's not there anymore. It's literally not there anymore. I believe I'm getting the closest like tower or like speed service I can get is like I think Anaheim or what's that one place called? Or it's Anaheim or just it's not even close to me. I'm like I don't know what happened, but hopefully T-Mobile can actually invest in their network and not actually invest in their marketing, because I noticed that's what they're doing. They're investing more in their marketing than their network. Personally, in my own opinion, I feel like they should be doing both, but more aggressively on the network, because that's what customers and a lot of people that want really good data speeds and good coverage is what it is. They want good coverage, good speeds, and overall good on the service, because not people then will leave. And I just hope T-Mobile can take a break from this, humble down, and start investing more money into their network. And and I I'm not saying push away from your marketing. Your marketing is great. It's doing pretty good. It's really good, actually. You're getting way more customers. A lot of customers, actually. You convince people, go here. We have really true unlimited data. We have 40 gigabytes of hotspot, because Verizon has 30 gigabytes, sorry, of hotspot, and AT&T has, I think, I'm trying to remember how much. I think they have 40 or 50 or whatever they have. T-Mobile's trying to get more customers, but I believe in the short term, T-Mobile is going to struggle with coverage. In my opinion, that's what I think they're going to do. They're going to struggle with coverage. They're slowly expanding the network in my area and all in California and all the states, really, in general, all 50 states and cities, towns, and etc. In big cities, small rural areas, they're going to struggle. And they do say but in long term, they're going to prosper. They said, I believe they said in the next 5 to 10 years, they're going to be investing $60 billion. I was reading that in an article, and $60 billion, that is a lot. That is perfect. That is a perfect amount to be competing with Verizon and AT&T. The thing is, though, why are you waiting? Like, my question is, like, why are you waiting 5 to 10 years to actually spend $60 billion when right now your capex, aka you're only limiting yourself to $12 billion? do you guys understand what T-Mobile is doing? I really don't know what they're doing. I'm curious to see like what their plan is. Like I don't understand. It's like their plan right now is confusing. Do you guys think T-Mobile is doing the right choice, waiting 5 to 10 years and they, like to actually drop $60 billion on their whole network, while right now still limiting themselves to 9 to 12 billion dollars? What do you guys think? Let me know about this. I'm reading this article now here as we're speaking. They're saying they're far off ahead. I mean, yeah, they were far off ahead in 2019 and 2020. They actually were far off ahead. What, I believe 2 years ago, they installed their 5G came out in November, I believe, and they were doing pretty good. But now it's already been 2 years, and it feels like AT&T and Verizon are slowly catching up. And by the time C-band goes out, Verizon's gonna have to invest more money. Like they're gonna have to do less marketing and just actually improve the service, because I don't think people will leave T-Mobile. I really don't. It's just T-Mobile's gonna just short term. They're going to be very they're going to be in trouble within the short term. They said they're going to be good the long term, but I really don't know. I have to see and try. I really hope by December my service is much better than expected, because it's only been 25 days and my service hasn't been good. I'm going to stay patient. I'm going to wait and see what T-Mobile does. By next month, which is coming up, which is like July actually, I want to exceed. I'm expected to see a better service and speed with T-Mobile. Right now, I'm getting a decent 30 to 50 megabytes per second, which is fine. I can download stuff, but I really hope they actually fix and do what they're gonna do, because the last thing I want to do is switch to Verizon and only be with T-Mobile for a year. I'm not saying I don't. I'm not saying I don't like Verizon. I would, if T-Mobile is not satisfying, a customer like myself, I will, of course, I'll go to Verizon and I'll test their network and et cetera, et cetera. But judging by this article, I really hope T-Mobile is promising and doing what they're gonna do, because if you're just fixing a few towers here and there and investing only $12 billion on the whole network, when you have millions of towers and you haven't even done, and you're not and you're not even close to turning those Sprint towers into LTE and 5G towers. Don't get me wrong, like the merger took a long time. I understand the merger took a while, but I really hope by next year you actually start decommissioning and turning those towers as soon as possible to LTE and 5G towers, because like T-Mobile, you've told yourself we're building a better network and our network has gone better because of the Sprint, because of the merger. You're right. It will get better. You will get more coverage, but you have to actually take action. I want to see T-Mobile actually taking action and doing less marketing. Don't get me wrong, your marketing is great. It's amazing, but actually put in the work. Like, please, I want to stay with T-Mobile. I really do. Next year, I'm probably gonna go to Verizon, but I'm not gonna switch from T-Mobile. If T-Mobile by December and January actually gets better with the service, 100% staying with them. Will I make them a primary carrier? That question, I do not know. I honestly want to make all three my primary carriers, which wouldn't really make sense because primary. I don't want to have to deal with three phones and carrying all three. It's just kind of annoying. But yeah. By next year, I'm going to buy a separate iPhone 12 or an iPhone 13, whichever one I want to get next year. I'm going to buy separate and I'm going to test Verizon's network and I'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys in on it. But what do you guys think? Let me know about this. Like, what do you guys think about this article? I'll literally copy this article and I'll literally put it on my bio and my description so you guys can click it and read it for yourselves. What do you guys think? Is T-Mobile actually fulfilling the promises? Can T-Mobile actually improve their ultra capacity, extended 5G, and their low band and 2.5 gigahertz before C-band is released by AT&T and Verizon? Let me know, guys. I'm very curious to see what T-Mobile is gonna do. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you.